Hey, Kiki here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and have a lovely day. And today we're going to react to Dorian's romance from Dragon Age Inquisition. I love Dorian so much. He literally, I feel like he's one of my favorites, like top. He was my bestie in my playthrough. And I'm quite excited to see what this romance, where it takes us. I really enjoyed Balls and let's just get straight into it, shall we? All right, here we go. Starting out strong, him showing off his moves.
Good, you're finally here. Now help me close this, would you? Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
Oh, I just love him.
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes. Who are you?
Oh my god, he's got really pretty
ahead of
eyes.
myself again, I see. Dorian of House Pavus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious
Hey now, Cass. He is an angel.
Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor.
Because he's crazy!
Meaning he's not any longer. Not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
That was so crazy. That discovery was like, what?
He arranged it so he could
love
arrive
it.
here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
He did.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
It's kind of mad to me that this was like very early on in the game when we did
You're asking me
this
to take
quest.
a lot on faith.
I know.
And the fact that we saw a glimpse of what
magic.
future could have been
When I was
is
still his
crazy.
apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic?
It must be
What he's doing now is
stopped.
madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time.
There's always
already
that
a
as
hole in the
well.
sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
It's just because he's
You
so
can
popular.
close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage.
Oh my god, I love his
I
armor
can't
as
stay in
well.
Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Oh, poor Felix. I actually
Your
really
spies
liked
will never
him.
get past Alexius's
It
magic
just made me
without my
sad,
help.
like what happened to him.
So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
Oh?
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Ooh, that armor is sharp. I love it.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Master Trevelyan alone. The others must wait here.
No.
Where I go, they go.
You tell him. His eyes are just so cool. I don't know why, but they like remind me of like cat eyes for some reason. It's so
My
weird
Lord
seeing
Magister,
Cat in that
the agents of the
outfit.
Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again.
We're not friends.
And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Yep.
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
Yes, the Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our talks? The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Nothing! You get nothing, you crazy man.
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
He knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
We made sure to disarm your trap before we came in. I hope you don't mind.
I've yet to see your cleverness, I'm afraid. You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
Yes.
You're nothing but a mistake.
Wow. You know, hit me where it hurts. Jesus.
What do you know about the Divine's death?
It was the Elder One's moment, and you were unworthy even to stand in his presence.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
A
He sounds exactly
madman!
like the sort of villainous cliche everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Oof.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is
I wonder,
he a mage?
I wonder who it could be.
Soon, he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori.
Yeah, stop
Let the Southern
it.
mages fight the breach.
Be
and let's go
better.
home.
Not like I don't already know how it's
the
gonna
only way,
end.
Felix. He can save you.
Save me.
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Oh,
Seize them,
Felix.
Venatori. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Yeah, they're all dead. Oh!
Your men are dead, Alexius.
It's very unfortunate for you.
Are a mistake. You should never have resisted.
Oof.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Taste that, you filth!
It just fell.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Ah, of course, it's not simply where, it's when.
This could have been
Alexius used
such
the
a
amulet as
grim
focus. It
future.
moved us through time.
I do love how they gave us a little glimpse of what could be if we weren't
Did we
present.
go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back.
His head always just makes me laugh with his little spiky bits.
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed.
Poor
what
Felix
have
in
I
the
wrought?
background. Makes me sad.
Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all.
Ooh.
Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him.
That's not saving
Please,
him.
don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Ooh. Ooh.
No.
Oh, wow.
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
He was just really holding on to a memory, wasn't he? Because that wasn't Felix.
This Alexius was too far gone. But the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used. and I should
You
be
don't
able to
have an
reopen the
hour.
rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
Right now. Better get moving.
Alexius was the puppet. This is his master. We will do whatever it takes to keep them at bay.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Damn. Could you imagine if we actually could have got this ending? I'm not gonna lie, that actually would have been pretty cool if we could have got this ending. I feel like that would have been quite interesting.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
Ooh. Go on, Leliana. Oh.
Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
Damn, I'm sorry, she's such a badass for this moment. Look at her. Her life has been, you know, sucked out of her. like Dementors, you know, sucking the life out of her. And look at the way she's fighting. She's so hardcore. It actually makes me so sad. Oh my god, I still get goosebumps. That was a very powerful moment, wasn't it?
You'll have to do better than that.
Dorian acted like we didn't just see the traumas of the future.
You failed, Alexius. How forgiving is your Elder One?
You won. There is no point extending this charade, Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
God, that is so sad. That is so, so sad. Goodbye, you criminal!
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter Fiona.
Oh, look who it is.
Why continue to mistreat them?
Oh, she's gone.
It's not mistreating them to take reasonable precautions.
Whatever you call it. The situation with the mages is unstable and likely to deteriorate.
That's
just
funny.
as
I like how immediately she got cut out
What did
because,
you think we were
you know.
doing? Taking the mages prisoner?
These mages seized Redcliffe and threw out its people. They must face justice.
While this certainly buys us public approval, I worry it won't last. The mages will rebel again.
How could you go along with this, Cassandra?
At the time, I had no better solution. I don't suppose you have one now. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
I just do feel like it would have been really cool
This dark future.
if that future could have
The
actually
assassination
happened.
of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
And I'd hoped to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the war council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Look
There's
how
no one I'd
happy
rather
he
be stranded in
looks.
time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I was
distracted.
The sarkiness is ridiculous.
Distracted. By my wit and charm, I have plenty of both.
Don't I know it?
Today, at least.
Oh, you wound me. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Clearly the Imperium has no idea.
The Imperium is a land of lies built upon secrets, built upon falsehoods. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Well, we know the actual
Last I checked,
truth.
the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
Oh, yeah. No, instead we just get,
That's not why I'm doing this.
you know, moaned
I
out
knew there was something clever about you. All
and
I know
ripped
is
apart
this.
and so on.
Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Oh, goodbye. Oh, hello.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Many thanks.
So, Alexius is dead. All the good he once stood for, his integrity, his beliefs. He betrayed them all. I won't say he didn't deserve death. I just wish there'd been another way.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Because we didn't...
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always
Sorry,
seems
guys.
quite fascinated
We
by
didn't
probably
kill
why they come up
Alexis,
with
did
so many
we?
ridiculous
We kept him
tales.
alive.
Flying cows
I
over
think
Manathas.
he
It's
was
madness. All right, that one's actually true.
doing
but the cows
research,
didn't
if I
have
remember
wings.
correctly.
I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know? Did you know we're actually related, Inquisitor?
What?
Related?
Oh,
This
not
is-
first cousins or anything like that. Can you imagine? You're a Trevelyan, however, and somewhere in dank nethers of my family tree, there was also a Trevelyan.
Okay. I was going to say that's so weird. They're romancing and they're like
We
cousins.
are talking long ago, of course.
Okay. Can we still flirt?
You know that off the top of your head.
Not the top. Maybe the lower middle or thereabouts. Bloodlines are serious business in Tevinter. You're taught lessons and tested by strict nannies. I heard your family mentioned, and I had to go through all the old mnemonics, but yes, there it is.
The fact that they're
I
actually
knew there was a
related
reason
and
we
they
looked so much
romance is very, very funny.
I'd rather we weren't related. That might make flirting awkward.
Depends on which branch of the family you come from. Regardless, I think we're still good to go.
What
by
are you
at least
talking
3
about?
ages.
Oh my god.
I should go.
Try not to kill
He's
anyone
like,
without me.
I need to go after that.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son. He went to the magisterium.
Sorry, I keep
Stood on
yawning.
the Senate floor and told them
I'm
of
very
you.
tired.
A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
It's just so
Was.
sad that he died.
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
He was so sweet and he just tried to do the right thing.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
Yeah.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of
Bless
others above
him.
themselves.
With the two of you...
Felix and I?
No, no, no.
What an odd question.
To be fair, it did seem like
I
they
had no
were
intention
when,
of
you know,
abusing
at the
Alexius's
beginning.
hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well.
The ego is crazy with this man. The ego is literally just bigger than Skyhold.
Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas. I could watch you roam Skyhold all day.
Oh.
Here and there you run, checking in on your followers. Why don't they come to you, feed you grapes, rub your shoulders? I suppose it's more fun this way. For me, I mean. You're rather strapping.
I've noticed you're rather strapping yourself.
Of course you have. That only takes eyes.
Luckily, I have those.
Wow.
You do. A rather fetching pair. At any rate, you didn't pass by to hear me fawn. Something on your mind?
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption. How we could one day make real change in the Imperium.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
Oh.
No, thankfully. It's nothing.
Oh, it's
I have been in
you!
contact with his family. House Pavus out of Carinus. Are you familiar with them?
Leave Dorian alone! He's an innocent little bean! Just trying to live his life.
We've never met, if that's
Whilst
what you're
good old
suggesting.
Daddy Dearest is trying to drag him home.
Suggesting nothing.
Shameful,
I'm
shameful.
curious whether you know of his situation.
The thing is, I feel like Dorian didn't do anything wrong. If he wanted to share with me, he could have, but he didn't have to.
They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man.
Don't do it.
I'd hoped.
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
I'd be worried too if my son ran off to join some gauche foreigners on a crusade.
So
he's doing the right thing.
Although I suspect there's more to it than either of us understands.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me.
Yeah, because you're the way you approach him is the problem.
Come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
It's very
The
sus.
young man would refuse.
Well.
And the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet they are.
And yet you're still trying to force him.
This is a chance for dialogue.
This is a chance for dialogue.
The young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me.
That's what my
But
problem
it is
was
a
with
plot
this
of
entire
those mages,
situation.
The Venatori. Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Redcliffe Tower, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it?
I am curious if they choose a different
Here we are.
option compared to what I chose, because I just shut it down because of how Dorian reacted.
Is it a naughty
And
letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
sorry, I'm just laughing at what he
Not quite.
said. But yeah, I just feel
From
like
your father. From my father. I see. And what does
forcing him into that
Magister Hallward want,
situation.
pray
A meeting.
It was his choice what he wanted to do, so I'm glad that he kind of took.
my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical.
I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
I mean, like, he met him, and then he shut him down and then left. So I respect him for,
doing
that.
Stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would.
She's a problem.
Let's meet this so-called family retainer.
She's a problem.
If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
That's an understatement.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Yes, you will. Hi, so it's the next day because I was falling asleep. I'm sorry. I had been awake for like over 48 hours. Don't ask. I've just been so busy lately. And I was like, I can just squeeze in a couple of videos. I kid you not, I was so tired that I slept for 11, 12 hours. So I feel rejuvenated. So let's carry on. I'm very sorry that I was not my usual self, but I literally was fighting for my life to stay awake. But we're back now and let's continue, shall we? Okay. Here we go. Oh yes, we're seeing Dorian's dad.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Oh.
Of course not. Magister Pavus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Hey, don't involve us. We're just here to observe. That's all we're here for. This is between you and Dorian.
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me hear how mystified you are by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
I'm not gonna lie, it was quite obvious.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof, as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
Oh, wow.
I've more than heard of it, actually.
No. The Herald of Andraste. I am shocked and scandalized.
Such sarcasm.
You're not exactly subtle, O Lord Inquisitor.
Neither are you!
I should have known that's what this was about.
No. You don't get to make those assumptions. You know nothing about the Inquisitor.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful.
But it's flaw in their eyes, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone has flaws and they can be, you know, they can be beautiful. So they're not necessarily flaws, they're just people who are different.
That's not all it's about.
So I wouldn't call them flaws, just people who have different...
Why?
Unique...
So you can spout more convenient lies?
Oh.
He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
No, that's awful.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. Your fucking legacy.
Anything for that.
Look at the Inquisitor rushing to his man. I actually do feel sorry for Dorian in that sense, because his dad tried to change him in a way that's
Don't
like
leave it
unforgivable.
Like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Yeah, see, I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
That's a big ask. That is a big ask, I must say.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose. Not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to do a blood ritual. Alter my mind. Make me acceptable.
That's awful.
I found out. I left.
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal.
Yeah.
Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had, I can't even imagine the person I would be now.
Well, you wouldn't be you.
I wouldn't like that, Dorian.
Oh, stop.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
I don't think less of you. More, if possible.
The things you say.
I mean it.
My father never understood. Living a lie, it festers inside of you like poison. You have to fight for what's in your heart.
I agree.
Oh? I think that is such like a wholesome way for their first kiss.
Fire, Inquisitor. At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
That is such a wholesome way for them to like begin their romance. Because he's literally shown his like most vulnerable side, and the Inquisitor was like, I like you and I like everything about you, which is literally what his father didn't. So for him to feel completely accepted is beautiful, really.
Early to Vinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
That's the Dorian I know. Critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
Oh, they lost Loghain. No, that's not a problem.
What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one?
Regained your memories. That's good.
So Hawk is alive.
I think so. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
Oh.
It would have been easier if you'd been with me.
Without question. But I'm rather glad I wasn't.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow.
Yes.
Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you.
It's kind of like once someone has done it,
What
everyone
they
else
could
wants to do it.
My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Oh.
Oh, look who it is.
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter.
And?
His presence at your side. The rumors alone.
And?
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
Feels like
How
you're not
kind
fully
of you to
aware.
notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
The concerns of the Chantry are no concern of the Inquisition, Mother Giselle.
I'm aware of that. You risk, however, not only the Chantry's opinion.
And if I asked from where these rumors originated?
I... see.
Oh.
I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor.
Well, it feels like you did.
Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Goodbye.
Well, that's something.
She didn't get to you, did she?
No. It takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. It does make me wonder. Is my influence over you undue?
Perhaps.
In a good way.
But it's the kind of undue influence I enjoy.
No one accused you of being politically astute.
Not today.
I tease you too much, I know.
Oh, I probably deserve it.
I'll have to find something we can do that doesn't involve teasing. Soon, ideally.
Oh, okay. Look at him jumping for joy.
You seem very interested in my opinions.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
I was hoping to steal a moment alone with you.
I need to talk to you, he says. Have it your way. But let's go where 100 onlookers won't think I'm stealing the Inquisitor's soul.
Oh, of course, my bedroom. Love it. Love it.
A most gracious response.
So much just happened then.
I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Oh, good old Morrigan. With her fancy dress. I do love her so much.
There was an ancient dowager looking for you. Said she had 12 daughters. I told her you'd left already. You can thank me later or now. But you look lost in thought. Something on your mind?
I'm just worn out. Tonight has been very long.
You won. You saved the day. Literally, the day is saved. You should be celebrating. Enjoy yourself while you can. What you need is a distraction.
Oh, of course.
I have just the thing. Let's dance.
I was hoping you'd ask.
Thank goodness one of us has a little initiative.
Oh.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Homesick, he says.
Personally, I'll remember our dance.
There could have been more corpses about. Although I suppose we might have tripped over them.
You're a grim young man, Dorian.
Nonsense. I simply enjoy the drama. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair.
Oh my god.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
Inquisitor. Good, good. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Why do you look like the biggest little mischievous man ever? Good, good. This is what I was waiting for.
But when I heard of your association with Monsieur Pavus, I could not resist. You see, the young man sold me a rather valuable amulet many months ago. Then he returned, asking to buy it back. Why would I simply sell it? Not only is it useful, there are others who could offer much more. Provided, of course, you desire the amulet for your friend.
I always wonder how the masks stay on their faces.
I am not a fence, monsieur. I only bought your friend's amulet because of what it is. I do business in the Imperium. Having a birthright, even one not your own, is most useful in select situations. That's why I gave the young man so much. If he relinquished it, how is that my doing?
You want something from me. What would you like?
The Ligue de Celestine is an organization of wealthy noblemen in Orlais. I would join, but I lack the lineage. If someone like you applied pressure, they would admit me. That would be worth the return of the amulet.
Ooh, you want to anger me, damn.
Perhaps you haven't heard the news from the Winter Palace or the part I played there.
Well, yes, but
I didn't realize an Orlesian merchant could be so blasé about offending the Imperial throne of Orlais.
Forgive me, your worship. If it is your desire, I will have the amulet delivered to Skyhold immediately. Oh. Please, just think of me kindly. I meant no offense.
It always makes me laugh when they do that. They push for something, it doesn't go their way, they're like, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
I have something for you. Here it is.
It's the Pavus birthright. How did you... Why?
I got myself into this. I sold it because I was desperate. I wanted to get it back on my own. What I didn't want is to be indebted to you or anyone.
Indebted?
Now I
Don't
am.
say that. You know it's not like
Why
that,
were you even
Dorian.
trying to get it back? When I left home, I wanted nothing so much as to divest myself of anything belonging to my family. But when I spoke to my father, he noticed it was gone. He asked about it. It was childish to sell it. I love my country, and this... it's a symbol. It means I'm part of it. You must think I'm foolish and sentimental.
No.
The amulet's important to you. Why would wanting it be foolish?
Exactly.
And you went and retrieved it for me. Now I'm in your debt.
Oh my god.
I didn't do this so you would be indebted to me, Dorian. I did it for you.
That's the problem.
How is that a problem?
Someone intelligent would cozy up to the Inquisitor if they could. It'd be foolish not to. He can open doors, get you whatever you want, shower you with gifts and power. That's what they'll say. I'm the Magister who's using you.
Yeah, but who cares what anyone else thinks? You know that's not the truth.
Is that all? Go ahead and use me, Dorian. Or are you all talk?
Oh, you are glorious. I am apparently an incredible ass at accepting gifts.
Yeah, you are.
I apologize and thank you.
Oh, I just want his tiptoes stop.
I'm going to stop before I say something syrupy, but I won't forget this.
I literally
And I
can't
will
see your
repay
face.
you.
It's just so dark.
Count on it. Have you been to your quarters lately by chance?
Not recently.
Do, when you have the time. There's something there that might interest you.
Oh?
I should go.
I should go. Right now. He literally speed runs there.
It's all very nice, this flirting business. I am, however, not a nice man. So, here is my proposal. We dispense with the chit-chat and move on to something more primal.
I love that they
It'll
have
set
the
tongues
Quadari
wagging, of
bed in the
course.
background.
Not that they aren't already wagging. I suppose it really depends. How bad does the Inquisitor want to be?
Oh my god, stop it.
I thought you'd never ask.
I like playing hard to get.
And now?
I'm gotten. I like your quarters.
Do you now?
Oh my god, he's just butt naked.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not suggesting we venture into mutual domesticity.
Oh my god,
I just like your
stop.
appointments.
Ah.
Not that I couldn't suggest some changes. Your taste is a little austere.
You seem a little distracted.
Sex will do that. It's distracting.
I heard a rumor.
Very well, you've rooted me out. There is something I want. I'm curious where this goes, you and I. We've had fun. Perfectly reasonable to leave it here. Get on with the business of killing archdemons and such.
But you want more. As you should.
Tell me what you want.
All on me, then.
Should it be all on me?
I like you. More than I should.
Oh,
More than might be wise. We end it here, I walk away. I won't be pleased, but I'd rather now than later. Later might be dangerous.
Why dangerous?
yeah. I can see how it could be very dangerous.
Walking away might be harder then.
But then I can also see how it could be dangerous, like,
I
when
want
he
more than
goes
just
back
fun, Dorian.
to Vinter.
Speechless, I see.
I was expecting something different. Where I come from, anything between two men, it's about pleasure. It's accepted, but taken no further. You learn not to hope for more. You'd be foolish to.
So let's be foolish.
Hard habit to break.
I'm good at breaking things.
Hopefully not everything.
Oh my god.
Care to,
I literally
inquisite me
can't.
again? I'll be more specific in my directions this time. Show off.
I could see how it could be very dangerous for them both, though, because at the end of the day, he would eventually have to go back to Tevinter.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I?
There you go.
To Tevinter. Once this is done, if we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
What about us?
You would just leave. What about
Us? Trust me, Amatus. It would give me no pleasure to leave your side. You make monumental decisions affecting the entire world. How can I not consider some of my own?
Yeah, to be fair.
Why don't I go with you?
Take you away from all this? I can't ask that of you.
You don't have to ask.
He's offering.
Tempting. We both know you would end up doing it all yourself. As much as watching my homeland beaten into submission would amuse me, this is something I need to do.
That's sad.
If that's what you have to do, I understand.
There you go. Breaking my heart. This is your fault, remember? You inspired me with your marvelous antics.
That's right. Blame him.
For good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Not like this.
Yes, like this.
The halls of the Golden City, crossed the ages.
It's time to say bye-bye.
I beseech you.
Passing through the hall this morning and a serving girl saw me and squealed. Actually squealed. Dropped her laundry and everything. Such a mess. She was completely breathless.
You were at the battle with the evil one, weren't you?
I didn't even get a chance to answer. She hugged me. Hugged me. This is your influence.
It's sweet, though.
Admit it, you're having a ball.
I don't trust camaraderie. All these people smiling, buying me drinks. It's unnatural. Mind you, I can't say I hate the notion of being the good Tevinter. I suppose you can't all be evil bastards. The blacksmith said that, and he spat when we first met. I hope my father hears. He will shit his small clothes from shock, I swear.
I'm happy you're here, after all that's happened.
I fully expected to die. It would have been thematically appropriate. And you could have been a martyr. Oh, the songs they would have composed.
There will still be songs.
Yes, but they won't have the same gravitas. We'll just have to be satisfied with being alive. And together. I've decided to return to Tevinter. Perhaps not right away. Too many interesting things here.
It's going to be harder to leave later.
It'll be hard enough to leave, but I certainly won't until I'm through with you.
Or I'm through with you.
Oh, please. No, that won't happen. Going somewhere, Amatus?
What does Amatus mean?
You didn't think one
He
brief
said it
chat
before.
would be enough, did you?
You do know we have all the time in the world now.
You say that, but I'm not waiting until the sky splits open again. See?
The beds. I literally can't get over the bed.
Yes, I'm sure you have all the things to say. 2 things in private before you run off. First, you are terribly dull and I hate you.
That basically means I love you and you're the best.
What's the second?
I hope this ends soon.
My poor character was just left there alone feeling sorry for herself because Solus happened to just run away.
Is on your side, Lord Pavus. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar?
Oh.
But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet.
Ah, friend. Is that how you're going to address him?
Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
Thrilled to be at the Exalted Council, Lord Pavus.
Oh, riveted. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavus is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Oh. Don't say that.
As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
Oh.
What's going on?
This is a real a kick to the gut, this. Real,
Sparkles,
like, oh.
The Imperium doesn't deserve you.
Here we go.
Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts.
Ooh. Awkward.
And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Varric's like, I made this awkward. Let's leave.
Toma never wanted any. I swear. Leave him.
Ooh. Is this going to be a really heavy conversation? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be heartbreaking? Did they already break up? I'm guessing they already broke up.
True. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
You know I'll miss you.
I don't want to leave, Amatus. My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe. I received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the magisterium.
Imagine
we
that.
only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
What of us? This is it, then?
Nonsense. There will always be an us. We'll just be farther apart for a time.
For a time, though.
Now, don't pout. They'll put that expression on a statue, and then you'll be sorry.
You think this is funny?
Nothing about this is funny. I am sorry, for what it's worth.
He has to make humorous jokes, otherwise he'll cry, okay?
But I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
So you'll truly be a magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them.
A lot of killing.
They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, Amatus. I won't be entirely without support. Maevaris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I wish you safe travels and the best of luck.
He says
I'll need it,
bitterly.
thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... Magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are the man I love, Amatus. Nothing will truly keep us apart.
Oh. It's just a bit sad, but I understand that he feels obligated to try and sort out, you know, his business. I respect that a lot.
Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
Leliana told us about what happened with your hand.
Why didn't you say something? I could have... I don't know, something.
Whatever happens, I wouldn't trade the years we've had together for anything.
It's just
I
too
love
much.
I knew you would break my heart, you bloody bastard.
Let us show all who would cross the Inquisition the price of their mistake.
Not lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
So abruptly,
Yes,
that
because
just
this
ended.
Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be allowed to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Hello. What you gonna say? Oh. That's the one I chose. I was like, we're out. See ya. The suspense.
You all know what this is. A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. It wasn't a formally authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization.
Yeah.
It was about people doing what was
necessary. You tell him.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a word to
Again, should have frisbeed that book straight into my guy's
Effective
face.
immediately.
Goodbye.
The Inquisition is disbanded.
Yeah. Woo! Best decision, if I'm being honest. Cole's like, hey bud, how you doing? Oh, I love him so much. Oh, and the music's cut out again. That's fine. I see how it is. I think it's just a thing. Oh my god, Vivian is. Oh no. Oh, she's. No, that's terrible. That is god awful. The silence is kind of eerie now, actually. I do not like it. I do not like this. I can't believe she is the Grand Enchanter. That is ridiculous. Oh, here he comes. Okay, so Dorian returned to Tevinter to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumours flew about the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Miveris Talani, he formed a group called Luceni to restore and redeem Tevinter, a fight many thought hopeless. Magister Pavus' allies said that his greatest strength lay in the lover he left in the south, but still converted with a via message crystal. Oh, stop. Some claim to have seen the Inquisitor on the streets of Mintharis, or rare occasions sneaking into the heart of Tevinter to aid his martyrs. Oh my god, that's so sweet.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
Anywhere!
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solas knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work.
See, disbanding it is literally the smartest option, because if we kept it together, then like our spies who work for Solas would literally know our every single move. beautiful, beautiful. I literally loved that. I liked how it was just like, it was kind of like Balls, just a little bit comical in a sense, but this one ended sad in a sense because they both had to go and do their own separate things, and I understand that, but I just want everyone to be together. I just want everyone to stay happy and, you know, be filled with joy. But it was like, for Dorian and the Inquisitor, it's kind of like they both knew it was coming to an end, especially after, like, well, Dorian literally said it. He said they had to go back. So even though they are still together, they're just, you know, it's just long distance. It's just long distance. But that was really cute. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Which one's your favorite so far between Balls and Dorian's? For me, Balls was just like, I liked Balls a lot, actually. I liked this one too. I don't know, they're quite similar in the fact that they're quite comical, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I feel like bittersweet with Dorian. It was just, it just hurts my feelings. So I think I like Balls a little bit more because it didn't hurt my feelings. So I would say Balls is slightly above. Even though Dorian and the Inquisitor stayed together, they kind of didn't at the same time. Dorian has to go and do his own things, you know, and like, it's not really proper for two gay men into winter. It's not, you know, like, literally his dad tried to alter his brain with blood magic, so it's not seen as acceptable. So literally the Inquisitor's sneaking around in the shadows, trying to sneak in to see his, you know, his husband. So I feel like that's where it's a little bit sad in that sense, because they can't just be open and upfront about it without people looking down at them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a little cheeky like. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and I will see you all soon, guys. Bye.